and another area simultaneously kicked off the 2017 Buddha Day ceremony on the morning of May 14th. We meet Xie Guizhu, a fierce mother who never gave up on her drug-addicted son. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Marilee Shoda. Thank you for joining us. We begin today's program with reports related to Buddha Day ceremonies held in various locations across the island. The Grand Buddha Day ceremony in Hualien, held on May 14th, was attended by more than 3,000 people. Many special guests, employees of Tzu Chi's affiliates, and Tzu Chi volunteers joined the solemn ceremony to pay tribute to the Buddha. In addition, Master Zheng Yan also seized the occasion to remind everyone of the importance to maintain a pious heart and pray for the world.
The gathering of Dharma masters at the Jingsi abode opens the Buddha Day ceremony in Hualien. In addition, the 18 compelling drum beats conveys that time is running out and we need to recruit more people to join the big Tzu Chi family. As Tzu Chi celebrates its 51st anniversary, people participate in Buddha Day ceremony with piety and respect. This year, more than 12,000 people pay tributes to the Buddha at the Buddha Day ceremonies at 4 locations at the same time, including Kaohsiung and Taichung. Master Zheng Yan also delivers her best wishes for all.
此刻开始，莫忘掉今天的前程，时时刻刻我们都要为天下而祈祷，我们要为地方而祈祷。 社会的祥和，天下的平安，才是我们众生之福啊！
向佛陀献上虔诚最敬礼，虔诚最敬礼。
Since the annual tri-celebration also celebrates Mother's Day and Global Tzu Chi Day, the Buddha Day ceremony is also an occasion to express one's gratitude for their loved ones.
跟上人说我爱你，上人感恩你。
To broadcast Tzu Chi's Buddha Day ceremonies this year, for the first time, DaAi TV did a live broadcast of the ceremonies held in 4 locations. To simultaneously broadcast the events, DaAi TV faced many challenges. For instance, how do they ensure the transmission signals will be able to stay stable, and how do they overcome the difference in transmission time? Let's find out in our next report.
3、2、1，进花莲，开。
The simultaneous broadcast of the Buddha Day ceremonies at 4 locations is being tested. As problem arises, the director at the control room immediately switches from the split screen to one main screen. When signals go wrong, engineers are kept on their toes.
是举报跟卫星同时都有一样的差异啊，那个好像是干扰的声音。
We need to monitor the conditions. When there is a problem, we need to switch to using another signal. The time difference of the backup signal cannot be too slow.
The signals can be transmitted through different channels, such as broadband or fiber optics. However, to broadcast live from 4 locations is a challenge, considering the difference in transmission time.
Since the transmission channels are different, there is a time delay. It could be 1, 2, or 3 seconds. Therefore, the transmission team has to work very mindfully to adjust the transmission time to about 3 seconds.
我们这边现在这个是花莲的场景。
Thanks to a group of science technology professionals, live broadcasts can be done at 4 locations without transmission time difference.
We've prepared and held many meetings ahead of time. If problems arise, we will use backup equipment. When there is a problem with the main channel, we will initiate the backup channel.
In addition to media professionals, the documentary volunteers also provide broadcast equipment. From Kaohsiung to Taichung, the documentary volunteers will show the different tasks, including using an unmanned aerial vehicle.
We are now testing the production truck. We want to know every situation and the largest angle of all the footage.
This year, the Buddha Day ceremonies at 4 locations will be broadcast live worldwide for the first time through different channels and live stream. With all these preparation, everyone is working with one heart to ensure the broadcast can deliver the beauty of the Buddha Day ceremony successfully.
In central Taiwan, the main Buddha Day celebration was held at the Taichung Tzu Chi Hospital, where approximately 5,400 people attended, including many Dharma masters as well as the city's mayor. The Taichung Jingsi Hall also held a ceremony with over 2,000 people. Together, the two central Taiwan celebrations not only honored the Buddha, but also celebrated Mother's Day. 240 Dharma masters lead the 5,400 people at the Taichung Tzu Chi Hospital to honor the Buddha.
希望能够借此来净化我们个人的身口意。
Also, in a celebration of Tzu Chi's 51st anniversary, Tzu Chi volunteers spelled out 51 in a human formation. This graphic, combined with the hospital's magnificent building, makes the occasion even grander.
This partnership with the hospital helps to bring us closer together, while the entire hospital can bathe in the Buddha's grace.
This year, there are over 200 Dharma masters participating in the ceremony at the Taichung Tzu Chi Hospital. The mayor of Taichung, Lin Jialong, also joined the ceremony despite having 2 other places to be at the same time.
Everyone is here with a pious heart to honor the Buddha. I think this gracious and fortunate event can be spread to more people out there.
12 doctors and nurses from the hospital performed in the bell and drum performance to bring a soft but strong touch to the Buddha Day ceremony. Meanwhile, at the Taichung Jingsi Hall, about 2,000 people participated in the Buddha Day ceremony there. After the ceremony, local residents were asked to move inside to the hall to care for Syrian refugees. Students of Chaotai High School have been coming to the Buddha Day ceremony for years. The kitchen has been busy preparing delicious vegetarian dishes since early in the morning. Having a vegetarian meal together with one's mother at the Jingsi Hall is one of the best ways to celebrate Mother's Day. Heading to southern Taiwan at the Buddha Day ceremony held at the Kaohsiung Jingsi Hall, the mayor of Kaohsiung and other city officials were also present. The mayor expresses her gratitude of Tzu Chi and her wish that the society may become more harmonious.
Among the participants of the Buddha Day ceremony at Kaohsiung Jingsi Hall are Chen Ju, the mayor of Kaohsiung, and 11 city government officials.
I am very touched and grateful to Tzu Chi. Today happens to be Mother's Day, and we should let everyone know the importance of gratitude. I hope our society can become more harmonious.
At the solemn ceremony, the sounds of bell and drum move everyone. Under the guidance of the Tzu Chi volunteers, participants follow the ritual to pay respect to the Buddha.
Since I became a mother this year, I can now relate to the mothers. I have a better understanding of the hard work of mothers. I am quite excited to join this activity on this holiday.
As the tri-celebration also marks Mother's Day and Tzu Chi Day, the participants are able to seize the occasion to pay tributes to the Buddha, their parents, and all sentient beings.
To To help decorate the 2017 Buddha Day ceremony held at the Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Hall, Zhongli Tzu Chi volunteers hurried to finish 300 plastic carnations in 2 days in order to meet the deadline for the ceremony. Let's take a look at their hard work. It's a colorful carnation, but in the past it was just a plastic bag sitting at the recycling station. After the handiwork of Tzu Chi volunteers from Taoyuan's Zhongli, 2,000 plastic carnations were made for the community as gifts. However, others heard of how great it was on the news. Volunteers in Zhongli were asked to make 300 carnations for the 2017 Buddha Day ceremony at the CKS Memorial Hall in just 2 days.
I saw some here. This one could have many that we need. Do you see it? Towards the bottom and here.
The 4-member team found 7 large bags of red and white striped plastic bags in 1.5 hours. Next, the volunteers quickly made sure the bags are washed and dried.
I think this is a rare opportunity that comes in 1,000 years, a hard-to-come-by chance that I needed to seize.
The next day, over 10 volunteers met up at the Zhongli grounds to cut up the plastic bags into strips and tie it up like a fan, then spreading it out to shape the carnation. After getting the hang of the work, it takes 10 minutes for the volunteers to complete 1 flower.
一个塑胶袋可以把它延伸到一朵花，这么漂亮，这么美，又这么有意义的。
If when people see this flower and their hearts are filled with joy, then this carnation has been given life.
300 red carnations were made in time for the ceremony at the CKS Memorial Hall. It will be boxed and sent to be used as decoration for the Buddha's altar at the Distinguished Guests section, helping to bring a further environmental vibe for the ceremony. A mother always gives unconditional love to their children. Xie Guizhu was unhappy for most of her life as her son was a drug addict. Xie's son was jailed numerous times in the span of 10 years. In Xie's darkest moment, she wanted him to just stay in jail, as that way he would still be alive. After all that struggle, Xie has finally heard her son's expression of gratitude. With her son starting up his own business, Xie Guizhu helps out as much as she can. After being busy an entire day, 65-year-old Xie Guizhu is tired with an achy back, but she is glad to be working right alongside her son.
When he was rebellious, he was never home. Now that he's come back to me, I want to be by his side. How much longer will I have? Inside, we could visit him each month and see he was still alive. Being out of jail, he could die any day.
Living in fear of a drug-addicted son's unfortunate death each day, she had thought of committing suicide.
I didn't know why others had sons who behaved well. Why did mine turn out this way? Many times I rode to the beach to die.
Taking back her suicidal thoughts and being a strong mother, she often fought against drug dealers.
He said he was a gangster. I said I'm a gangster fighter. I was so angry, I picked up a brick and threw it. I broke the back window glass and had to pay them 14,000 NT dollars.
She knew I escaped from the window to go buy drugs, so she got angry and sealed off the opening with cement and locked me inside. She wouldn't let me out.
Thinking back of the past, the son, Zheng Huanshan, is filled with repentance.
My brain was controlled by the drugs. I didn't think about how it would affect my parents.
Now that the son has changed for the better, he even helps out with chores around the house.
People say rebellious children take good care of their parents. When they come back, they really are very good to their parents.
Fulfilling his filial duties to his parents, the son also enters school campuses to help drug prevention programs. He doesn't hide his past.
Due to my drug addiction, my aortic valve was infected. This scar is from when I stole something. I got hit in the liver. Using my broken body to teach the next generation the terrible effects of drugs is something I think is very meaningful.
A mother's love wasn't enough to reform him. Thankfully, Tzu Ji was there to provide guidance.
Forgive me. I'm a bad son. Master, brothers and sisters, I want to make a vow. I will work my hardest to complete my Tzu Chen certification.
Mother also vows to be by her son's side, walking on the Tzu Ji path.
我说妈妈希望你，唔通搁行回头路，乖乖安尼行落去，妈都足欢喜的。
In our next report, we'll meet an extraordinary nurse at the Taipei Tzu Ji Hospital. Ni Yijia, who serves at the rheumatology division, treats patients like friends. She follows up with the patients even after they are discharged from the hospital. Her concern for the patients has earned their trust, and she even plans to work with the medical team to eventually set up a patient support group.
就跟我说他今天出院了，就跟我讲他的状况，我就大概会跟他讲要怎么办，然后要去做什么。
Through the smartphone app, Ni Yijia, a nurse at Taipei Tzu Ji Hospital's Division of Rheumatology, conveys her concern for the patient. Even after the patients are discharged, she still cares about their conditions and often reminds them of ways to take care of themselves.
She provides detailed health knowledge. In addition, she also helps them buy some medical supplies. Therefore, they not only feel that we are being very mindful, they've also noticed that their conditions are under control.
After she is discharged, I can accompany her to get a haircut. Let me accompany you, all right? Let's both get haircuts.
Ni Yijia cares for the patients like a friend would. Among the patients, a young girl keeps losing her hair due to lupus erythematosus. Originally, she was reluctant to tidy up her hair, but Ni Yijia has persuaded her to go to a hairstylist together.
Teenagers or children are not simply rebellious. You need to tell them why we need to get haircuts. I said that we should get haircuts together. This way, we are doing this together. When someone is going with her, she knows that she is not alone.
For patients seeking treatment at the Division of Rheumatology, if the conditions are not brought under control, the consequences could be dire. Even after the patients are discharged from the hospital, Ni Yijia still follows up with them. In the future, she plans to work together with the medical team to set up a support group to provide further and better care to the patients.
Factories continue to spring up on farmlands in increasing numbers. Aside from issuing fines, what else can the government do to stop this? One option would be creating industrial land available at the same price as farmland, with wastewater treatment facilities, along with other environmentally friendly measures available. In Jiayi, there is a DaPumei Industrial Park, which offered such amenities in its initial planning and is 100% sold. Let's find out more.
This is Jiayi's DaPumei Industrial Park, which is inviting local industries to enter. The park is less than 300 hectares in size, but construction is already in full swing.
On the right hand, we can see the third Hualien technology factory. They came from Taichung, and so did Hota Industrial. Gaofeng Machinery is also from Taichung.
Central Taiwan's leading precision industry manufacturers, Hualien, is building a new factory to supply electric car maker Tesla, and Hota and Gaofeng have also entered the park and began operations.
Originally, we appealed to the machine, tool, and precision machinery industry. We have mainly done this because these industries have high output value and emit little pollution.
On either side of the park is convenient transportation, linking upstream and downstream suppliers from across Taiwan. Government policy has helped direct the creation of this park, and as long as a company is competitive, transportation costs shouldn't be a problem.
This customer did a design and sent it to us, and we just followed the instructions, as we are an OEM.
This machinery tool company moved from Minxiong Industrial Park to this area. Inside, everything is quite spacious and clean. All the machining processes completely contained and sealed with no leaking. Each staff concentrates and discusses how to make these components for European and American companies. Much of this work relies on automated systems. Each product before leaving the factory must be tested, with temperature and humidity needing to be standardized according to precise requirements. Components need to be as precise as those used for aircraft, as they can't be the slightest bit off.
With our measuring equipment, it is possible to achieve a precision of 2 microns. If we have no way to check the equipment precisely, we have no way to know that the products we have made are not in line with the customer's requirements.
While this factory in this industrial park is quite cold and austere in appearance, outside this facility is an unexpected stretch of greenery, with plants used as a partition instead of a cement fence.
Of course, I can eat this. We don't use any pesticides on the stuff we grow ourselves.
The greatest benefit of being located in this park is better access to industrial supply chain, as well as no impact on food security or the environment. Furthermore, with land prices here being similar to farmland, along with preferable tax benefits, the true advantage is that agriculture and industry is properly separated.
At the time of submitting our application, we hoped that this industrial park could contain the noise and dust from affecting the surrounding community. We did this by developing a sort of green belt around it. This protects the community from noise associated with delivery trucks or machine operations. This means the community can't hear the traffic in the park.
Across a road from the park, there's a pineapple field along with houses which are protected. After solving this problem, the park tackled another difficult issue. There is sewage treatment on the industrial park site, which collects treated water and sends it for regular inspection to a water quality testing room to determine changes before and after treatment. After processing, the water is almost pure, with no taste and similar quality to tap water. The water that can be used is sent to an ecological pond.
Our use of recycled water is subject to regulations associated with the current EIA, which stipulates it should be 70%.
For DaAi to attract industry, the cost of purchasing land in this area is about $1,300 for every 3 square meters. Also, there are subsidies for land and housing tax. Companies must enter this park and start their operations in 2 years after buying the land. DaAi has seen some 13 hectares purchased within the park, which is the first case in Taiwan.
After buying the land, you are not permitted to sell it to someone else because of the regulations that DaAi put into play. In the first phase of Da Pume, after completing registration, you have 3 years to set up a factory. If you have a special reason, they may extend this deadline for another year. But without our consent, you cannot transfer your land or mortgage it.
In fact, there are correct ways to manage the need for factories and agricultural land. Some counties are able to better manage this task than others, and the central government should take heed. Instead of simply stringing illegal industrial areas together through infrastructure improvements, new industrial parks need to be created to ameliorate the potential damage to the environment.
In honor of Mother's Day, Jolene Tsai, a famous Taiwanese singer, was moved to gift her mother a special rendition of a Tzu Chi song to not only express how much she loved her mother, but also encourage others to spread the love to those in need. Let's listen to the song together at the end of the program. Thank you for joining us. Goodbye.